Bonim Batorah, builders of Torah. Today we are learning a piece of Gemara about Kiddush, the brachot we say to start Shabbat meals. Here is the big question the Gemara is asking. If someone says Kiddush in one place but eats somewhere else, does that count? Sounds simple, right? But the Gemara loves to take a simple question and turn it into a full investigation. So let's follow along, line by line. We'll do 3 parts each time. 1, reading the Hebrew and Aramaic words. 2, translation, what it means. And 3, explanation, what's really going on. Let's get started. Line 1. Reading. Otam b'nei Adam shekidshu bebeit hakneset. Translation. Those people who made Kiddush in the synagogue. Explanation. Back then, some people didn't just daven in shul, they even ate and slept there. Imagine your rabbi saying, "Everyone bring your pajamas, we're having a sleepover in shul." That's what's happening here. They make Kiddush right in the Beit Knesset. Line 2. Let's read. Amar Rav, Yedei Yayin lo yatzu, Yedei Kiddush yatzu. Let's translate. Rav said they did not fulfill their obligation for drinking wine, but they did fulfill their obligation for saying Kiddush. Let's explain. Rav is saying Kiddush in shul works, but they still need to drink wine at home. It's like saying L'chaim without actually taking a sip. Not quite there yet, Rav says. Line 3. Let's read it. Ushmuel amar, af yedei kiddush lo yatzu. Let's translate. Shmuel says they didn't even fulfill their Kiddush obligation. Let's explain here. Shmuel disagrees with Rav. He says Kiddush in shul doesn't count at all. It's like your friend saying, you can't just say Borei Pri Hagafen over FaceTime. You've got to be where the wine is. Line 4. Let's read. Ela l'Rav, lama le lekad shei b'beitei. Let's translate. But according to Rav, why does he have to make Kiddush again at home? Let's explain that question. The Gemara asks a sharp question. If Kiddush in shul already counts, why does Rav make Kiddush again at home? Did he forget he already did it? Line 5. Let's read. Kidei lehotzi banav uvnei beito. Let's translate. To fulfill the obligation for his children and his family members. Let's explain. Rav is saying, I'm not repeating it for myself. I'm doing it for my family. Basically, Kiddush round 2, so everyone at home can join in. Hashtag family mitzvah time. Line 6. Let's read. Ushmuel, lama li lekad shei bebei knishta. Let's translate. And according to Shmuel, why make Kiddush in shul at all? Let's explain. The Gemara is now turning to Shmuel. If Kiddush in shul doesn't count, then why bother saying it there at all? Isn't he just wasting wine? Or even grape juice? Line 7. Let's read. La'afuke orchim yedei chovatan, de'achlu v'shatu v'ganu b'bei kenishta. Let's translate. To help the guests fulfill their obligation, since they eat, drink, and sleep in the shul. Let's explain. Oh, now we understand. Shmuel says Kiddush in shul for the guests who are staying there. They're eating and sleeping at the Beit Knesset, so for them, Kiddush in shul is perfect. Shmuel is thinking about the visitors. Very thoughtful. Line 8. Let's read. Ve'azda Shmuel litzameh. Translation. And Shmuel is following his own reasoning. Let's explain this. This means that Shmuel is being consistent. He's not just guessing. He's sticking with a rule that he believes in strongly. And what's that rule? Line 9. Let's read. De'amar Shmuel ein Kiddush ella Bimkom seudah. Let's translate. Because Shmuel said before, there is no Kiddush except in the place where you eat your meal. Let's explain. Here's Shmuel's famous line, Ein Kiddush ella b'makom seudah. If you say Kiddush, you've got to eat right there. No Kiddush in the kitchen and dinner in the dining room. In Shmuel's world, Kiddush must come with food. Basically, no snack, no Kiddush. Line 10. Let's read. Svur minei. Let's translate. They thought to conclude from this. Let's explain. The Gemara's students are thinking, aha, we can figure out something else from what Shmuel said. You know that kid in class who's always like, wait, so that means... That's them. That's what we're going to figure out. Line 11. Let's read. Hane mile mi bayit lebayit aval mi makom lemakom bechad besa? Lo. Let's translate. That rule only applies from one house to another, but not from one place to another within the same house. Let's explain. They realized if you move to another house, you need to say Kiddush again. But if you just move rooms within the same house, you're fine. So don't panic if you say Kiddush in the kitchen and eat in the dining room. Just make sure it's the same house, okay? Not your neighbors. So what's the big takeaway? Well, we have Rav who says that Kiddush in shul counts your yotzei, but you still need to drink wine. Make sure you drink wine at home and make a borei pri hagafen. Shmuel, on the other hand, says, saying Kiddush only counts if you eat right there. Ein Kiddush ella bimkom seudah. This is why today we say Kiddush at home right before our Shabbat meal, because we follow Shmuel's rule. Kiddush belongs with food, not far away from it. And here's the key idea. Kiddush only works, your only yotzei, fulfill your obligation of Kiddush when it's connected to a meal. That's what makes Shabbat feel real and special.